national anthem, and then before the lineups, I think a special presentation as well. But right now, our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose love strikes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
National anthem complete. Let's hear from the, well, let's see if they do the present. Yeah, they're going to do the presentation now, so let's stay with this.
Award is presented at the first home game during the second semester team season. We are blessed to have Corey's parents, Debbie and Randy, here tonight to present the third annual Corey Taylor Art and Hustle Award. Randy and Corey's father would like to share a quick story before we make the presentation. Mr. Taylor.
Corey failed basketball physical when he first got here. He had missed the first 10 practices. I don't think the coach knew he knew, but he tested. The physician told us that his heart was too powerful, causing an excess overstrain to make the heart murmur noise. And Coach Prince named it the Heart Muscle Award, not because of that, because of his effort. And I really appreciate Coach Prince.
Randy Taylor, the father of Corey Taylor, the late Corey Taylor.
This individual we honor tonight
addressing the crowd.
The special honor of being the third recipient of the award. With his spirited play and unwavering attitude, we present the 2011-2012 Corey Taylor Art and Hustle Award to sophomore forward Ethan Prater.
Ethan Prater picking up the Corey Taylor Heart and Hustle Award. Eric Doan, very special. It's named in honor of a South Point graduate, and a South Point graduate picking it up tonight.
Yes, and, they had a little bit contrasted styles, but still, Coach gives it to the individual that has the same thing that Corey had on the inside, and that's heart and desire, and that's exactly what Ethan Prater has. It just happened to be that they both went to the same high school, same work ethic, both hard workers on and off the court and in the classroom. I think that's why Ethan Prater received the award.
Corey's parents exchanging handshakes and hugs with the coaching staff and the players, and a nice moment before we get going tonight here at the Newt. Starting lineups being introduced for Pikeville. They look this way. At one guard, it's Trevor Setti, a 6'8 junior out of Maysville, Kentucky, averaging 17.2 points per game. Also in the backcourt is Kenny Rhymes, a 6'4 junior out of Chicago, Illinois, averaging 5.8 points per game. And Josh Whitaker, a 6-foot sophomore out of Hazard, Kentucky, averaging 3.2 points per contest. The forwards are Andrew Young and Chris Watson. Young is a 6'8 senior from Philadelphia, averaging 11.5 points per game. And Watson, a 6'7 junior out of Daytona Beach, Florida, He averages 6.1 points per contest. Rio Grande starting lineup, they always introduce themselves to you, and tonight no different. Here's the first five for the Red Storm.
Brad Cuby from Dayton, Ohio, senior point guard. Jermaine Womack, sophomore, from Orange, New Jersey.
Terrell Morris, small forward, Columbus, Ohio.
Dominic Haynes, junior center from Cleveland, Ohio.
Sean Goodell, senior forward, Columbus, Ohio.
So there you heard it. Brad Cuby and Jermaine Womack in the backcourt. Dominic Haynes is the center, and the forwards are Gunnell and Morris. And, Eric, the notation, obviously, Jermaine Womack in the starting lineup tonight. Nothing that Evan Legg did wrong, just simply a matter of Womack giving them a little better ability to put pressure on the ball, and in the matchup that the Red Storm has tonight, that's what Ken French wanted to do.
Yeah, and that's, as you mentioned, that's exactly what they want to do, you know. That's why you have recruiting. That's why you recruit different guys, so you'll be able to match up with different teams. You know, you're not going to be able to go with the same starting lineup every night, and you obviously know that, and that's what Coach is doing here. He wants to cause a little bit of havoc, force Pikeville into some early turnovers. Pikeville's going to want to get out and run, and we're, as Coach mentioned, more of a grinded out half 14. And the biggest thing is, as I mention every game, I think we can take advantage of Pikeville on the inside, be able to crash the boards hard as we always do, and just comes down to execution.
Rio Grande tonight breaking out the black uniforms, and those black uniforms don't come out very often. Big games, and obviously Ken French has this one circled on his calendar.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's either a big game or Coach being in a great mood, and I think it's both of them this evening. And he's ready to go, and the team's ready to go.
Rio in those black unis trimmed in red and white. Red numerals, red lettering, Rio written across the chest. Pikeville in the road orange uniforms trimmed in black. U-Pike written across the front. They will travel left to right as we look at it from high above the Newt Oliver Arena. Our officials tonight, the referee is Daryl Smith. The umpires are Jeff O'Malley and Bob Hall. And far and away, I think, Eric, the biggest crowd in terms of attendance here at the Newt, and finally some home court advantage, at least on paper, for the Red Storm.
Yes, and, you know, as Coach mentioned and you mentioned, you finally get some students back here, plus having the reigning national champions in here, you know, mix both in those together. That's why there's a nice crowd here this evening.
Well, apparently, Pikeville starting Cordero Ellis. And he will jump it up. I had one of the wrong starters. Ellis, a 6'9" senior out of Lynchburg. Nonetheless, Rio wins the toss. And we are underway. QB goes to Womack. They'll skip it to the near side to QB. Foul line, it goes to Gunnell. Right side, Womack to Terrell Morris. Back to Womack. Long three is short. Rebound down to the Bears and Ellis. Whitaker looks down, finds his teammate Andrew Young, who misses. But the tap is up and in by Cordero Ellis. And Pikeville draws first blood. They lead 2-0. Here's Womack, needs help, goes to Morris on the left side, top of the key, or at the foul line, I should say. It's Dominic Haynes, and his jumper is up and in. Tie ball game at 2 with 19 minutes to play in the first half. 1 minute in. Glad you're with us tonight, wherever you might be on I-High. Driving and nearly stolen by Womack. Ball was knocked away from Young. Young got it back and then somehow finds position and lays it up and in. Young has his first points, and Pikeville up 4-2.
And Pikeville right now want to try to trap in half court to speed us up.
Three by Morris. Up and in. Timo dials long distance, and Rio goes back in front, 5-4. Quickly on the other end, Whitaker goes top of the key to Seti. Seti's the man that makes them go offensively, averaging 17.2 per game. He just passed the 1,000-point mark for his career in that last game where they lost to St. Catherine. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Kenny Rhymes from the left side. His jumper's off the back of the iron, no good. And Dominic Haynes has the rebound for Rio. On the run, here come the Red Storm.
Now looks like Pikeville's going to go a little 2-3 and try to challenge us to shoot from the outside.
Mormack, right wing. Haynes, out front QB. Left side Morris. Left side in the corner to Warmack, who hands to Gunnell. Now to Morris. Back to Warmack. 10 on the shot clock. Timo, top of the key, goes right side QB. Skip it to Warmack. 4 on the shot clock. They have no idea how much time's left. Warmack throws up a 3 that's an air ball, and the rebound comes down to Seti. Rio lost complete track of the shot clock. Here's Seti driving in traffic, throws it off the glass, no good, and draws a foul. Whistle it against Sean Gunnell. That'll be his first, and team foul number 1. It'll send Trevor Seti to the free throw line. He's a 72.3% shooter on the season. 60 of 83, and as we said, he averages 17.2 per game. First one is on the way and good. Hails from Maysville, Kentucky, located right there along the AA highway on the way to Cincinnati.
A lot of great basketball in Mason County, Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Seti hit them both. And Pikeville in front 6-5. Brad Cubey walks it across the timeline. Now he's met by Seti. Goes left side to Warmack. Warmack pulls up his dribble, goes to Gunnell on the left side. Gunnell back to Warmack to Cubey. They fake into the corner to Morris. Go back to Warmack for 3. Bingo. Jermaine Warmack dials long distance, and Rio in front 8-6. Whitaker to Ellis. Ellis puts it on the floor, now goes to Young. He'll pull the trigger from the left side, and his jumper's up and in. Andrew Young with 4, and we're tied at 8.
I think you can live with Young taking some jumpers and stuff as long as Seti's not getting a lot of touches. And Brad Cubey right now on defense basically face guarding Seti.
Here's Cubey, left side 3. Back iron, too strong. Tapped by Haynes is up and in. Dominic Haynes has 4. Rio's lead, 10-8. Whitaker, bounce pass to Ellis. Ellis goes to Young, right side jumper, good. Tell you what, you want to keep Seti away, but Young proving to be a formidable foe himself. He has 6 early. Averages 11.5. 10-10, the tie at 15:45 of the first. Terrell Morris cut off on the baseline. Goes to QB out on the left wing. Bounce pass to Haynes. Dom in the lane. Toward the bucket. Lay it up. No good. Rebound down to Ellis for the Bears. To Whitaker. Whitaker on the run. Into the front court. Pulls up on the right elbow. Shoots a jumper of his own and hits it. Whitaker with the bucket. And Pikeville with a lead at 12-10. And a timeout. The officials call timeout to, I guess, clear up some air between Seti and Brad Cubey. I'm assuming a little jaw-jacking was going on, and the officiating crew stepping in to nip it in the bud, so to speak.
Little chippy early, but you like to see that out of your defensive players. Don't want them to get into foul trouble early, but you like to see that competitive edge to Brad Cubey.
Bears check in Chris Watson and Chris McHenry in the lineup. Warmack on the right wing. Guarded by McHenry, two of the top players in terms of steals in the Mid-South Conference. Sean Gunnell goes to QB, 10 on the shot clock. Brad driving, in traffic, shoots over Watson, no good. Rebound, fought for. Gunnell has it, underneath, put it up, put it in. Gunnell, one of the best in the country in terms of offensive rebounding. Rio, the top offensive rebounding team in the country, and they score off the offensive board there to tie it at 12. 14:35 to play in the first half. Here's McHenry from just inside the arc on the left wing. No good. Rebound, Sean Gunnell. To QB. Ahead to Morris. Left side. Good. Foot was on the line. It's a two-pointer, but nonetheless, it gives Rio back the lead at 14-12.
And if you're able to get Terrell Morris some open shots from the outside and he's able to hit them, that's going to be able to open up your offense so much more down the stretch.
McHenry, top of the key, looks to Seti on the left side. Thought about the three, but there's QB. And QB pokes it away from him into the bench. Pikeville will keep the ball, and Seti will take a seat. And he'll be replaced by Kenny Rhymes. Rhymes will inbound to McHenry. QB frustrating Trevor Seti in the early moments. 6 minutes in, Red Storm lead by 2, 14-12.
Pikeville going with that weave.
Rhymes to McHenry. Down low to Young. Right baseline jumper with 2 on the shot clock, and Andrew Young buries it. Ties the game at 14. Here's Morris looking to Gunnell. Gunnell in traffic, up over Watson, off the glass and in. Sean Gunnell, I've said it before, he's almost money when you get him the ball there. 16-14, Red Storm by 2. Whitaker, right side, looking it over. Top of the key goes to McHenry. McHenry trying to get past Warmack, goes left side. Young for 3. Or actually, that is Kenny Rhymes for 3, and it's good. (17-16). Pikeville goes back in front by 1, and a turnover on Rio's end. Actually, they say it was tipped. Wow, it happened right in front of the Pikeville bench, and Kelly Wells shakes his head. I think the Red Storm, the beneficiary of a bad call there.
Yes.
But we'll take it.
Yes. Take any break you can get in the game of basketball.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yes.
Brad Cubey goes to Morris. Morris back to Cubey out between the circles. 14 on the shot clock. Left side, Morris. Morris to QB. 8 on the shot clock. Back to Warmack left side. Warmack got to do something with it. 4 on the shot clock. QB to Garba, who checked in. Gunnell, they don't get it off. Second time tonight that Rio just completely, Eric, loses track of the shot clock.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're able to get some ball movement around the perimeter, but what Pikeville's wanting to do is force us high, and when you do that, you have to be able to get some screens between your big men to be able to set them up right at the foul line so you can get a little high-low going out of that zone.
12:24 and counting. First half, Pikeville 17, Rio 16. And away from the basketball, we're going to have a foul, and I think they're going to call a double foul. They're going to call 33 Maka Garba for a foul. On Pikeville, it's whistled against Cordero Ellis, his first, team foul number 1. They'll go to the arrow, and it favors Pikeville. And now the officials are talking it over.
Nevin Legg now in for Jermaine Warmack.
Legg, the 6'2 freshman out of Piketon, who had been in the starting lineup until tonight and had done a really nice job. Led him in scoring the other night down at Mountain State. Whitaker to Seti. Seti hands to Whitaker. He'll drive to the bucket, shoots it up over Morris, and hit it. Tough shot for Josh Whitaker.
I mean, Morris is about 6'5", 6'4"? He's guarding the point guard position. Anytime that a point guard can hit a shot like that, and you always mention, you have to shake their hand and say, good shot.
19-16, Bears by 3. QB has it knocked away by Seti, but got it back. Again, it was tipped by Seti. Legg to QB. QB kicks it to Timo. Right wing 3. Air ball. Rebound out front to QB. QB driving. Foul line jumper. Short. And the rebound tracked down by Pikeville's Josh Whitaker. Quick outlet ahead to Seti. He'll spot. Right side 3. Rims in and out, no good. And Gunnell has a rebound for Rio. Outlet to QB. QB to Timo. Timo to Evan Legg, and he was standing on the sideline. And it's a turnover that will give the ball to Pikeville, but not before we have timeout on the floor. 11:22 to play. First half. It is Pikeville 19 and Rio Grande 16. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
You must not interfere with us here, Reverend Hale.
You're not learning. You're saying put the child.
Hey, Ben, are you going to watch the big game tonight?
No, Craig. The game is only on local television, and I can't get that channel, and I'm not too happy about it.
They should stream the game over the internet using EasyStream.com. Then you could watch it from anywhere in the world.
Stream the game? EasyStream.com? What are you talking about?
Think broadcasting, Ben. Streaming is when you broadcast audio or video over the internet. Because the internet is worldwide, anyone in the world can watch. And EasyStream.com is a leader in making that process simple.
So I can watch the big game on my computer from anywhere, and I don't have to miss any of the action? Thank you, EasyStream.
Yes, thank you, EasyStream. If you want more information, just log on to EasyStream.com.
EasyStream.com. Streaming made easy. Call 1-800-866-7510 today.
11:22 to play in the opening half. Pikeville in front of Rio Grande by a score of 19-16. Randy Payton, Eric Doan back with you from the Newt. Through the first 8 or so minutes, Eric, been a pretty good one.
Yeah, and the thing is, from Coach French during that media timeout, I say, hey, we're executing pretty well on offense. The biggest thing is we have to step up on defense and make them keep hitting tough shots.
Trevor said he takes one of those tough shots and he hits it.
And the thing is, Pikeville's good. They're going to hit some tough shots, but they're not going to hit tough shots all evening.
Bears by 6, 22-16. Here's Terrell Morris, pulls up on the left wing, kicks it the other side to Leg to Ethan Prater, and Prater's pass toward Makagarba is batted away and stolen by the Bears. Pikeville in the front court. Down low, here's Andrew Young along the baseline. Fadeaway is good. Pikeville extends the lead to 8.
I think that's going to be a double technical on Seti and Cuby.
Brad Cuby being restrained by his teammate, Evan Legg, and then Terrell Morris, and we do, in fact, have a double technical foul. Going to be on Brad Cuby. Trevor Seti picks up the technical for Pikeville, his first, team second. Brad Cuby, his first personal is the technical, and it's team foul number 3. Should have 3 and 3 on the fouls, and they've got 2 up there against Pikeville. Actually, it is 3 and 2. That's correct. All right. Possession belongs to Rio, and they turn it over. Happy feet for Evan Legg as he tried to get it down to Prater, and the turnover gives it back to the Bears. Pikeville by 8, 24-16 with 10:29 to play in the first half.
If I'm coach right now, I'm not upset at the guys and say, hey, calm down. You know, it's been a little excitable right now. Just slow down and be worried about defense.
Pikeville on a 10-0 run. Here's a drive. Shot rejected by Terrell Morris. He really got up and sent the shot by Chris McHenry back the other way. Prater to Garba. Garba kick it out to Warmack. Leg, 3, side iron, no good. Garba the rebound. Garba, kick it back out. Warmack going to try a 3 and nail it.
And that's what you want to do if you're Rio's offense. When you start getting nice ball rotation, you force Pikeville into a scramble, then you get an open jump shot from the outside.
24-19. Bears by 5. On the other end they go. Here's Young backing down Prater, shooting over Prater and hitting. And Andrew Young is money here in the first half.
I believe he already has 11 or 13.
He has 12, I believe. If they've got 13 up on the board, but that's not right. He hadn't hit a 3. Here's a 3 by Morris. Good.
And that's another good thing. When a team goes zone, you force the ball middle, the defense collapses middle, then you start getting other open shots from the outside.
Rhymes to Ellis. Now to McHenry. McHenry, a long 3 in the face of Warmack. No good. And Garba, the rebound for Rio Grande. Outlet to Warmack. Warmack to Timo. He'll pull the trigger on another 3. It is short. And the rebound yanked down by Andrew Young for the Bears. McHenry splitting the defense, kicking it left side for a three. That is no good. And a rebound down to the Red Storm. Here's Warmack off balance, put it up no good, and he's fouled on the bucket, or on the drive to the bucket. Whistled against Kyan Hines, a 6'1 senior from Greenbrook, New Jersey. It was Hines that missed the three on the other end. And then getting back on defense, he fouls Warmack and will send Warmack to the line for two. First one is on the way. Good. Massive substitutions as Watson, Setti, and Whitaker return. For Rio, Gunnell, Hunter, and Haynes. Daryl Hunter, 6'4 senior out of Indianapolis, making his first appearance of the game. Played well off the bench the other night despite fouling out. Warmack's second free throw is good, and Rio back within two at 26-24. And on the way up the floor, foul. Whistled against Daryl Hunter, and guess who he was tangled up with? Trevor Setti. Hunter's first, team's fourth.
And Setti's one of those bait guys, you know. The old saying is it's not the first guy that gets caught, it's the second guy. And usually Setti's trying to set one of our defenders up to force him into a foul. Inbound to him for three. Falls down like he had been decapitated, but wasn't the case. Rebound pulled down by Watson. Setti got back up, though, and drove toward the bucket. Watson tries to get it to him. And a foul is whistled against Daryl Hunter for Rio, his second and team fifth. It'll be Rhymes to inbound the basketball. Does so to Watson. Watson kicks it out front to Whitaker. 26-24. Pikeville by two. Whitaker trying to get past leg. Goes to Rhymes. Rhymes drives the baseline. Had it stripped by Warmack, but got it back. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Whitaker driving to the hole. Put it up, no good. Rebound fought for. Rebound controlled by Warmack for Rio. Jermaine into the front court. Top of the key finds Gunnell. Right side leg. Leg needs help. One dribble and hands back to Warmack, who's out there near the jump circle with 23 on the shot clock. Right side leg to Warmack from 30. Good. Hey, if he can shoot it from Puerto Rico and hit it, if you're coach, you got to be happy.
That's one of those no, 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 yes, yes, yes when it goes in. Setti fell down and did a great job to get rid of the ball before being called for a travel. Here's Whitaker. Rio in front by one, 27-26. The Red Storm have ran off 8 straight. 12 on the shot clock. Rhymes to Ellis to Setti. Setti in the lane. Shot rejected by Dominic Haynes. Rebounded by Warmack. Leg driving, leg shooting, and scoring.
Great move by Evan Leg. Pikeville wants a timeout.
Full timeout taken with 6:54 to play in the first half. It is Rio Grande on a 10-0 run. The Red Storm lead 29-26. This is Rio Grande basketball from IHOP.
Want your school or club sporting events on the internet in just minutes? Log on to EasyStream.com and find out. That's EasyStream.com. EasyStream. Streaming made easy.
Bill, I've got to find a way to raise some money for my athletic program. Any ideas?
Now that you mention it, I do. Have you heard of EasyStream.com? It's the easiest way to broadcast your school's games on the internet.
EasyStream.com. Sounds interesting, but how is that going to help me raise money?
You can get sponsors for your broadcasts on EasyStream.com. Your school can provide a key service to the community and make money doing it.
What a great idea. My school will love this. I'm going to contact EasyStream.com today. What's the number?
Just call 1-800-866-7510 or log on to EasyStream.com for more information. They'll have you broadcasting in no time. EasyStream.com. Streaming made easy. Call 1-800-866-7510 today.
6:54 to play. First half. Rio Grande 29. Pikeville 26. Randy Payton, Eric Doan with you from the Newt. Red Storm, Eric, on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, and right now it's been because of great defense and even better offense. Just great execution right now.
Young cutting to the basket. He actually had an open pass, pulled up short, and still hit the jumper. He's been unstoppable here in the first half. Leg to Gunnell, to Leg, back to Gunnell in the corner. Sean looking, out front it goes to Leg. Rio's got to reverse the basketball. Here's Gunnell, kick it out to Warmack, 13 on the shot clock. Hunter left alone in the corner, and Hunter bumped by Whitaker, and a foul whistled against Josh Whitaker, his first and team foul number 4.
And right now, Pikeville's wanting to speed us up and overplay some of our passing lanes. Even though it's zone, you can still work a little bit of a back door there.
Hunter to inbounds, into Warmack. Jermaine driving, in traffic, throws up a jumper off the glass, and it's in. Warmack with 13. Rio leads by 3, 31-28. Setti working around Hunter to the basket, put it up and in. Nice move by Setti to get Pikeville within 1. 31-30. Here's Leg to Gunnell. Back to Leg. Down low looking for Haynes, and Haynes is fouled. Leg did a nice job to get the ball to him, and from behind the foul is whistled against Kyan Hines, his second and team foul number 5.
And here's another thing, Randy. Pikeville's wanting to use that zone and even that trap so high. When you're able to get a lob like that, you basically have a free basket right underneath the bucket.
We have timeout on the floor. 5:34 to play in the first half. It is Rio Grande 31, Pikeville 30. This is Rio Grande basketball from IHOP.
The athletic programs at the University of Rio Grande are a part of the NAIA's Champion of Character initiative. The mission of Champions of Character is to change the culture of sports through the 5 core values of respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Rio is committed to the game plan of character-driven intercollegiate athletics. To find out more about being a champion of character, log on to the NAIA website, naia.cstv.com, and be a champion of character.
5:34 to play, opening half, 31-30. Rio Grande in front of Pikeville. Other scores to update you on. Number 5, Georgetown leading Cumberland's 21-17 with 7:15 left in the first half. Women's game, it started late. They started an hour late down at Lindsey Wilson tonight. Shawnee State leading Lindsey 58-51 with 8:44 left in the second half. And, of course, if you missed it earlier, Rio Grande knocking off Pikeville 82-65 in our first game tonight here at the Newt. Warmack will inbound. Out front it comes to Hunter, and we're back at it. Hunter needs help, goes to Leg. Leg back to Hunter. Darrell driving, right side Warmack. Warmack back to Hunter, and Hunter on a ball fake took an extra step and is called for traveling. Hunter and Leg will leave. QB and Terrell Morris will check back in, and good minutes off the bench for both Hunter and Evan Leg.
Nothing spectacular, but just solid minutes, and that's all that you need.
Especially when you're only dressing 9 guys, as the Red Storm now for the 6th straight game are doing. McHenry to Setti. Setti over QB. Jumper no good. Rebound Terrell Morris. Morris going to lead Rio across the midcourt stripe and waits for help. Finds QB to Warmack. Bounce pass Haynes. Tipped away by Setti. Haynes got it back and then fired a rifle right over the head of Jermaine Warmack out of bounds. It'll be Pikeville basketball.
And anytime that a team decides to trap or try to speed you up like that, that's the exact type of passes that they want you to force, or that's what they want to force you into, is those quick, hurried-up passes, and that's why Rio Grande had a turnover right there.
Haynes sits down. Maka Garba, the 6'8 sophomore from Midlothian, Virginia, checks in. Here's Whitaker in that left corner. 4:40 to play in the first half. Rio by 1. Down low, they try to feed it to Setti, and Setti in between the double team of Warmack and QB is fouled. It's on Jermaine Warmack, his first, and team foul number 6. Pretty apparent that Rio's plan is to make life for Trevor Setti as miserable as possible tonight.
And as of right now, it's working.
Inbounds into Rhymes, and out front it comes to Whitaker. Driving is McHenry. Finger roll was an air ball, and the rebound down to Garba for Rio Grande. He'll hand to QB, and Brad, with that right-handed dribble, will get him into the front court. To Warmack, back to QB between the rings with 24 on the shot clock. Foul line to Garba. Back out right side to Warmack. Kick it left side, Morris. QB into the lane, Gunnell, and Gunnell travels. Shuffled his feet on the catch of the ball. Good call, and turnover gives it back to the Bears.
And if I'm coach, the only thing I change offensively when Pikeville goes that 2-3 is you've got to be able to force the emphasis and drive it to the teeth of that defense.
Kyan Hines checks in, and Chris McHenry checks out for Kelly Wells' Pikeville Bears. Hugh Pike. Here's a 3 from the top of the key by Setti, and it's good. Tough shot. Sends Pikeville back in front. 33-31. Warmack answers, yes.
Jermaine Warmack says, anything you can do, I can do better.
And he did on that shot. Sends Rio back in front by 1, 34-33. Here's Whitaker. Thought about a 3 on the left side. Instead, hands to Hines, who Rhymes, who pulls the trigger and nails it. Kenny Rhymes, his second 3 of the night. He's got 6, and Pikeville leads by 2, 36-34. Terrell Morris driving the baseline. Put it up, put it in, and draw the foul. Now that's the play that the other night, numerous times down at Mountain State, he was whistled for an offensive foul. Andrew Young, though, picks up the foul there, his first and team 6.
And I think Morris got the block call for the fact that he just had great control over his own body, kept his body straight up and down rather than leaning into a shot, and that's why he's going to the line for the extra point.
Timo with 10 here in the half, and point number 11, if he can nail it, would send Rio back in front by 1. Clock stopped to clean up some sweat off of the floor. Tied at 36 with 3:02 to play in the first half. Morris trying to send the Red Storm back in front, and does. Conventional three-point play for Timo, and Rio leads 37-36. Whitaker out high here on the right side, directing traffic, now works his way to the other side of the floor. Finds Setti coming off the screen, top of the key 3, and he hit it. Coach French said if he hits one, watch him, he'll start shooting it because he'll feel it, and Trevor Setti feeling it right now. He has 13 points here in the half. Rio trails by 2. QB to Warmack, Warmack to Gunnell, back to QB, or to Warmack rather. Gunnell, skip pass, Morris, 3 is good. Terrell Morris, he's feeling it as well. Rio back in front by 1 as we go back and forth like a heavyweight fight right now, trading punches.
Yes.
Whitaker for 3. Money. Everybody getting in on the act. Pikeville up 42-40. Warmack into the corner to Gunnell. Back to Warmack. You don't want to shoot that shot, Jermaine. No. Here's QB, left side. Morris, 3 again. Yes. Terrell Morris is a house on fire right now. He sends Rio back in front.
And Warmack had the hot hand early, and now all of a sudden Morris says, let's go back.
43-42, and away from the ball on the screen, we'll have a foul.
On QB?
Brad QB's second. Team foul number 7, and that'll send the Bears into the bonus. And it'll send Whitaker to the free throw line. Evan Legg will check in. Brad Kuby will check out. I did my math while we had a break there. Andrew Young has 14 points, not 15. They have 15 up on the board. Whitaker misses the free throw, and Garba rebounds for Rio Grande. Red Storm by 1 and with the ball with 1:15 to play in the first half. Warmack out in the jump circle.
It looks like Pikeville's going man-to-man now.
Morris, top of the key, Warmack. Jermaine looking, finds Legg, right side three, short. Rebound pulled down by Cordero Ellis for the Bears. He'll hand to Whitaker, and here comes Pikeville into the front court. Under a minute to play in the half. Right side, Seti. Seti around the screen, fires a three, hits a three. Trevor Seti is tough. 45-43, Pikeville by 2. 25 seconds to play as the clock rolls here in the first half.
And coach is screaming, one shot.
Shot clock is off, and Rio has that option to play for one. 14 on the shot clock. Warmack driving in traffic. Shot rejected out of bounds by Ellis with 10 seconds even to play. And Rio will inbound underneath their own basket. Warmack into Garba. Garba in the lane, off the hands of Gunnell. Stolen by Seti. Seti on the run. 4. Seti for 3. It is off the back iron, no good. And the half will come to an end as they battle for the rebound. And
they start getting off of some screens, some double screens. You can't allow that because Setti's arguably one of the best players in the nation, and you can't allow him to go off like that.
You talked about offensive efficiency on the part of Pikeville. They did shoot 58% from the field overall, 18 of 31, 7 of 11 from three-point range, 63.6%, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. However, Rio Grande shot 59% from the field, 16 of 27 in the first half, 8 of 15 from three-point range. I think Rio Grande's season high as a team for three-pointers in a game is 9. So they had 8 in the first half against the defending national champion. Like I said, both teams are lighting it up, and it is taking shape for what could be a really, really entertaining second half.
Yeah, and, another thing that we have to do is, as of right now, our post or our bigs, with the exception of Terrell Morris, only have 8 points right now. Most of our scoring has been done from the perimeter. From Coach, I emphasize going inside out on Pikeville. Inside out, inside out, inside out. Because I don't think they can hang with our bigs, especially Haynes and Garba and Gunnell. If we're able to get the ball to the interior, we'll be able to slow them down because we'll be able to make them work defensively and maybe be able to do something more offensively, because once you get it to the inside, start kicking it to the outside, you open up so many things. You open up a plethora or a can of worms, so to speak, on the outside, and you'll be able to rotate the ball much more on the offensive end, and that's what we need.
Rio Grande leads this all-time series with Pikeville 16-10, although the Bears have won the last 6 times, including both games last season, 95-72 on the 13th of January down in Pikeville and 87-72 on the 17th of February here at the Newt Oliver Arena. If Rio can rally in the second half and knock off the Bears, they will post their first win over Pikeville since the 21st of November back in 1997. A 93-74 win that night in the opening round of the Bevo Francis tournament here at the Newt Oliver Arena. One more break and we'll come back with second half action. 45-43, Pikeville over Rio Grande at the intermission. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
Here, Reverend Hayes.
You're not learning, you're saying put the child.
Hey, Ben, are you going to watch the big game tonight?
No, Craig. The game is only on local television, and I can't get that channel, and I'm not too happy about it.
They should stream the game over the internet using EasyStream.com. Then you could watch it from anywhere in the world.
Stream the game? EasyStream.com? What are you talking about?
Think broadcasting, Ben. Streaming is when you broadcast audio or video over the internet. Because the internet is worldwide, anyone in the world can watch. And EasyStream.com is a leader in making that process simple.
So I can watch the big game on my computer from anywhere, and I don't have to miss any of the action? Thank you, EasyStream.
Yes, thank you, EasyStream. If you want more information, just log on to EasyStream.com.
EasyStream.com. Streaming made easy. Call 1-800-866-7510 today.
.45-43 as we get set to start half number 2 here at the Newt. Rio will send out Morris, Warmack, Gunnell, Cubey, and Haynes at starting 5, and the Bears will counter with Young, Whitaker, Setti, Ellis, and Rhymes. It's starting 5. Randy Payton and Eric Doan with you from high above the Newt, and it's Pikeville ball to start half number 2. Whitaker will work his way to the right wing. Looking, going down low to Ellis. Ellis backing down Morris, kicking it back out. Whitaker hands to Setti, nearly lost it out of bounds. Setti drives, tried to do a wraparound behind the back pass, and instead threw it away, and Warmack has the steal. Ahead, here's
good spin.
Cubey. Off-balance jumper, no good. Terrell Morris, the board, put it up, put it in. Timo, his 18th and 19th points of the night. And is a game-high figure at the moment. Tied at 45. Ellis, top of the key, goes left side to Rhymes, and now to Whitaker. Finds the cutting Setti. Hands back to Whitaker with 13 on the shot clock. Good defensive possession thus far for Rio Grande. Out front, here's Rhymes throwing up a 3. Good. With 3 on the shot clock.
And I tell you what, that's pretty solid defense. If Young's going to be able to hit a shot like that, that's the best that you can do.
I don't know what you did. Yeah, like you said, you just tip your hat to him. You play great defense, and you make them throw up a tough shot from three-point range with 3 on the shot clock, and they bury it like it's nothing. Gunnell to Cubey. Brad driving off the glass, up and in.
Very tough shot. Just reminded, Pikeville actually lost to Rio Grande in 05-06. That was the most recent victory for Rio Grande. Former assistant Ryan Airwood just reminded me of that.
All right. Somehow that got through my research this afternoon. Jumper up and in by Andrew Young, and he picks up where he left off in the first half. 50-47. Pikeville by 3. Rio with the ball. Here's Warmack, top of the key for 3 in the tie. Banks not open, and the rebound pulled down by Ellis. Outlet goes to Whitaker. Whitaker, top of the key, lost control of it, picks it back up. Working with Warmack over there on the right side. It goes out between the rings to Ellis. To Rhymes, now to Whitaker. To Young, just inside the arc, misses the jumper. Tapped by Ellis, is up and in. Ellis did a good job of getting position on the rebound and put it up and in to extend the Pikeville lead to 5. Here's Gunnell driving and scoring. Sean's first bucket in a while. 52-49, he has 6 in the game now.
And the thing is, if Pikeville's going to go man-to-man, that's going to be able to open up the inside. You're going to be able to get some nice post-ups.
Pikeville by 3. Here's Setti, top of the key 3, short. Rebound again, crashing and flying toward the boards is Ellis, and he gets it to go.
You have to be able to box out on the defensive end.
Rio Grande has it on the last 2 Pikeville possessions. Here's Morris, little turnaround, Dominic Haynes. Turnaround in the lane. Tough shot. Little hook that goes in. 54-51, Pikeville by 3 and with the ball. Young to Setti. Setti lobs down to Ellis. Ellis trying to get around Gunnell. He's underneath the basket. Now kicks it out to Whitaker for 3. Good. They continue to bury jumpers. They lead by 6, 57-51. Warmack On the right wing, bounces down low to Haynes. Dom driving, Dom to the bucket, layup, reverse, misses, and the rebound down to Ellis. He got past Ellis, but just couldn't finish. There's Whitaker out in front of the scorer's table. Now driving the right side, working on Warmack, and Jermaine making him work. Goes to Seti. 18 on the shot clock. Seti trying to push off. Now goes left side to Young. His jumper, good. I don't know if they're ever going to miss. Young with 18. (59-51). Pikeville by 8. Here's QB, a floater in the lane that was blocked by Rhymes, rebounded by Rhymes, and here come the Bears. Ahead it's Young, and Young was on the baseline as he tried to save it in and kick it out. He did so to Whitaker, who threw up that shot that went in, but fortunately the turnover shot won't count. Timeout taken by Rio Grande, 30-second break, 15:02 to play in the game, 59-51 Pikeville.
Yeah, and I think right now Coach wants a timeout just to say, hey, let's settle down a little bit. We've gotten to the 5-minute segment right now. We've lost the first 5-minute battle. All that we need to do is be able to win the next 3. We got to be competitive. And the thing is right now, Pikeville's being so efficient offensively. I mean, we're playing about the best defense that you're able to play. You know, we're closing out well. We're closing out a little high. Our worst enemy right now is ourselves. We're not able to box out from the defensive end. You know, you have to be able to force some turnovers, which we have. We forced 2 turnovers within the 5 minutes. But we have to be able to make some shots also. You just can't come down and start throwing up crazy shots in the lane. You have to be able to execute offensively against a team that executes just as well offensively. And I think that's what Coach called that timeout for.
Ethan Prater will inbound the basketball into QB, and as we go under 15 minutes to play, QB will bring Rio into the front court, trailing by 8, 59-51. QB bounce pass to Haynes. Dom with Chris Watson now in the game behind him. Haynes got past him, put it up, put it in, and draw the foul. Didn't think he was going to get the roll, but it did finally go down for the big man, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play.
And that's what we need. You know, if Pikeville goes man-to-man, you isolate somebody like Haynes, somebody like Prater, somebody, even Morris or Gunnell in the post, and you let them go to work and force Pikeville into foul trouble early.
Tom Haynes with 8 points. Give him 9 as he hits his first free throw attempt of the night and pulls Rio back to within 5 at 59-54. McHenry checks in. He shoots over Prater and left it short, but again, there's a rebound pulled down by Young. His fadeaway is blocked by Haynes and rebounded by Prater. To Warmack, to QB. QB leaves it for Warmack. Jermaine looking it over. Goes to Terrell Morris. Here's a 3. No good. Haynes, the offensive board, and then had it stripped away from him. Here's McHenry with it. McHenry from the left elbow. Hit it. Chris McHenry's first points of the night. (61-54). Pikeville by 7. Here's Morris in traffic. Put it up, put it in. Terrell Morris with 21. Rio not going anywhere. 61-56. Bears by 5. Here's Seti working around the screen, trying to get open. Driving, and on his way to the bucket, he's fouled, and that one, I believe, probably going to be against Terrell Morris. It is. It's his first. It is team foul number 1. Cordero Ellis will check back in. Andrew Young will check out. McHenry will spring it in and comes out front to Ellis. And away from the basketball, Ethan Prater is called for bodying up the other 42, Chris Watson. Prater's first, team second. Inbounds into Ellis. Out front, Hines, and now it goes into the corner for McHenry. A 3 that is no good. Rebounded by Terrell Morris, and Morris is accosted by Chris Watson, his second, team foul number 2. Watson will take a seat.
Young.
And And Young checks back in. 13:23 and counting to play in the ball game. 61-56. Pikeville in front of Rio Grande. Here's Terrell Morris, straight to the bucket, had it stripped. Fight for it. He got it back. He puts it up, no good. And Seti has the rebound for Pikeville. Kicks it left side. Here's a three that is airborne by Hines, no good. Offensive board by the Bears. Andrew Young. He has 20. 63-56. Pikeville by 7. Warmack driving. And on his way to the bucket, he's fouled by McHenry. McHenry's first. Team foul number 3. Jermaine Hacked in the act will go to the line to shoot 2. He is 2 of 2 from the stripe tonight. And now for the season, 47 of 62, just over 75%. Free throw, good. Maka Garba will check in. Dom Haynes will check out. Warmack's second free throw. Rattles in and out, and Ellis has the rebound for Pikeville. Here's McHenry around the screen set by Ellis. He'll work it right side. Now left side, it comes back to Hines. Hines driving. Hines backs and shoots. The fade is no good. The rebound is controlled by Rio's Maka Garba. His outlet goes to Warmack. Jermaine into the front court on the right wing around a screen set by Prater. Drives the baseline, and he's called for a double dribble. He got off balance when he saw Andrew Young standing in front of him and kind of got caught in betwixt and between and turns it over. 12:20 to play in the ball game. 63-57. Pikeville by 6. And with the ball. McHenry had a double screen from Ellis and Seti, but couldn't get a shot off. Seti around the screen from Ellis, fires a long three that is short. Rebound down to Rio and Maka Garba. He'll hand to Cuby. Rio needs a bucket.
Yes.
Got to keep it close. Down by 6 at the moment. Here's Morris. Baseline J, no good. Foul. Whistled against Pikeville and against Trevor Seti.
And I think that's a good strategy right there. You have to be able to isolate Seti to slow him down offensively. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you make him work defensively, it's going to slow him down offensively. It's going to wear him down a little bit.
His second, team fourth. Timeout on the floor. 11:46 to play. Pikeville 63, Rio 57. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
The athletic programs at the University of Rio Grande are a part of the NAIA's Champion of Character initiative. The mission of Champions of Character is to change the culture of sports through the 5 core values of respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Rio is committed to the game plan of character-driven intercollegiate athletics. To find out more about being a champion of character, log on to the NAIA website, naia.cstv.com, and be a champion of character.
11:46 to play in the ball game. 63-57. Pikeville in front of Rio Grande. Randy Payton with you, along with Eric Doan. One final to update you on in women's play as Shawnee defeats Lindsey Wilson 72-60. And on the men's side at halftime, Georgetown leads Cumberland's 35-30.
I believe that's what, Randy? 2 top 25 teams going at each other?
Cumberland's no longer in the top 25 after that loss to Rio last week. Matter of fact, they, in terms of the poll, fell off the face of the earth. All right, out of the media timeout, Terrell Morris at the free throw line, and the free throw's no good. Evan Legg checks in, and Jermaine Warmack checks out. Or actually, it's going to be Brad Cuby who checks out. Timo with one more free throw. That one's good. So he hits 1 of 2. And Rio down 5, 63-58. See if they can come up with a defensive stop here. Prater almost a steal, and his hustle instead results in a foul. his second, team foul number 3. That's the kind of play that earned him his Heart and Hustle award before the ball game.
Yes. It doesn't matter whether you're up by 20 or down by 20. You're going to get the same result out of Ethan Prater every time.
Inbounds comes in to Whitaker, and Whitaker brings Pikeville into the front court. Needs help, goes left side to Kenny Rhines. Top of the key, Cordero Ellis. Ellis puts it on the ground, now needs help, goes to Rhymes on the left side. 15 on the shot clock. Rhymes to Young, his jumper, no good. Wow, he did miss. And the rebound comes down to Warmack. Jermaine on the run, forcing the issue, throws it up, no good, draws a foul. And they'll say the foul occurred on the floor and not in the act of shooting. It's whistled against Whitaker's, his second, team foul number 5. Sean Gunnell will check back in for Rio. Ethan Prater will check out. Red Storm will inbound to the left of their own basket. Warmack pats the ball and starts everybody in motion. And has to lob it out front to Terrell Morris. Right side leg. Evan goes back to Morris. Timo, left side. Warmack thought about a 3, and on the drive, he's going to be fouled. Andrew Young will pick up his second, and team foul number 6. Warmack into Garba. Garba, nice bounce pass in the lane to Gunnell. Sean missed it, got his own rebound. In the lane, going to try again, missed that one. And on the rebound, it's touched last by the Bears. It'll be touched last by Rio. Ball will belong to the Bears. Whitaker out, Seti in. Seti's re-entry signals the return of Brad Kuby as well, and Jermaine Warmack will take a seat. Bears by 5, 63-58 with 10:45 to play in the ball game. Top of the key, here's Kenny Rhymes. Lobbing down low, looking for Seti, finds him. Seti trying to get past Kuby, and in between the sandwich of Kuby and Morris, a foul is whistled. It's against Terrell Morris, his second, and team foul number 4. And Seti was in the act of driving toward the bucket, and he'll go to the line here to shoot 2. Seti is 2 for 2 from the stripe tonight. First one, no good, left it short. Morris will sit down for Rio, and Daryl Hunter will emerge from the bench and onto the floor. 10.5 to play. Pikeville up by 5. Make it 6 as Seti hits the back end of a 2-shot foul. Cordero Ellis will leave. Whitaker back in. Still a 2-possession game. Pikeville by 6 with 10:20 to play. And QB's pass is stolen by Seti. Ahead, here's McHenry. He'll lay it up and in. Brad tried to thread the eye of the needle, and it wasn't there, and it cost Rio on the other end.
And Pikeville back in that 1-3-1 trap.
Leg to Hunter. Back to leg. Evan driving. Evan got off balance. Might have got away with travel. Got the ball to Gunnell. Back to leg. 3. Short. And they'll let it go out of bounds. It'll be Pikeville ball. Rio needing a defensive stop and a couple of buckets. And right now the bucket's a little harder to come by than the defensive stops are.
Yeah, defensively we're doing fine right now. It's just that we're not being able to, as you mentioned, not able to buy a bucket on offense.
Whitaker works his way to the right wing. Trying to get past leg. Throws up a jumper off the glass, and it's up and in. Tough shot for Josh Whitaker, and he gets it to go. He's got 12, and all of a sudden Pikeville's up 10. 68-58. It's a 7-2 run for the Bears. Leg needs help. Goes to Gunnell, cutting toward the basket, and wow, they call a block against Whitaker.
But we're in the bonus. I know that's I'm not going to say anything, but anytime that a guy's going up, and I think this is what you're about to say, Randy, anytime that a guy's going up with the shot, it's got to be a block, and you have to count the bucket.
Well, the thing is, I don't know that Whitaker necessarily was set, but it sure looked like Gunnell lowered the shoulder, and a lot of times that will get you the offensive foul.
Yes.
Gunnell to the free throw line, on the way, good. So he gets a second one. Like I said earlier, regardless, we're not giving it back. Gunnell trying to cash in on the backside of the 1-on-1 and does. So he has 8. And 8-60. Quickly into the front court. McHenry to Hines. Back to McHenry. Jumper. Short. Rebound. Down to McHenry. In traffic. Throws it up. Won't go. Rebound. Rio. Brad Kuby. Kuby directing traffic to Warmack. Back to Kuby. Hunter. Bounce pass intended for Gunnell. Knocked away. Loose ball on the floor. Grabbed by Kuby. Out front. Warmack thought about a 3. Goes to Kuby. Kuby driving. Off balance. Throws it up. Ugly shot. Rebound fought for. Controlled. Daryl Hunter had it, and then it was knocked out of his hands by Whitaker. 8 on the shot clock for Rio on the inbound. Kenny Rhymes will check in, and Chris McHenry will check out. Kuby to inbound to the right of the bucket. And has to lob it out front to Warmack. 7 on the shot clock. Warmack, 3. Back of the iron and the board, no good. Rebound comes down to Hines. Outlet to Seti. Seti hands to Hines, and now out front it comes to Whitaker. 8-point Pikeville lead with 8:10 to play in the ball game. Top of the key, jumper is airborne by Rhymes, no good. Rebound, Kuby for Rio. Brad into the front court. Right wing Hunter, back to Kuby. Kuby has it knocked away. It's on the floor. They fight for it. And finally, wow, I thought they were going to call jump ball. Instead, they call timeout. Give Pikeville the timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. And the Bears lead it 68-60 with 7:48 left. Want to remind you about the Rio Grande Youth Basketball Tournament coming up March 10th and 11th here at the Line Center. They'll play in the Newt Oliver Arena and in the lower gym. 2 divisions for boys, 3rd and 4th grade and 5th and 6th grade. The girls will have a 5th and 6th grade division. Cost to enter your team is $100. Awards will be given for the champion and runner-up in each division. The registration deadline is March 2nd. Concessions will be available each day. And for more information, you can get the registration form on the Rio Athletic website at rioredstorm.com. Click on the men's soccer link. They are sponsoring the tournament. The registration form can be found there. You can also call 740-645-6438, 740-645-0377, or 304-360-4300. The Rio Grande Youth Basketball Tournament March 10th and 11th here at the Line Center. Out of the timeout, Pikeville, Trevor Seti. Goes to Hines. Hines to Rhymes. Back to Hines. Left side J on the way is good. Kyan Hines' first points of the night. Pikeville back in front by 10. 70-60. Warmack out near the timeline. Now needs help. Top of the key goes to Kuby. To Haynes. Haynes to Warmack. Warmack tried to feed down low to Gunnell and threw it into traffic. It's stolen. Ahead here is Seti, and Seti's pocket is picked by Warmack. Warmack saves it in off the leg of Seti, picked up by Kuby. Brad throws it back out front to the trailing Warmack. Nearly threw it away, but Jermaine runs it down. Now tries to kick it left side, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Whitaker. Cordero Ellis will check in. McHenry will check in. Out goes Young, and out goes Kenny Rhymes. Gunnell into Cuby. Brad yet to put it on the floor. Still, now does. Bounce pass top of the key. Warmack lobs down low to Haynes. Dom, put it up, put it in. Bears lost track of Dom Haynes, and he put it up and in.
And those are the type of shots we were talking about earlier, Randy. Once you're able to get it inside, they're setting up that zone so high that you're able to get easy buckets underneath.
Here's Seti being guarded by Cuby. Seti driving, dishing, out front, turnover. His pass zigged when Whitaker zagged, and the ball went out of bounds. Rio's got it back. Red Storm trying to do away part of the 8-point deficit. 70-62. Pikeville in front as we hit 6:05 to play in the ball game. Cuby on the top of the key. Right between the rings, I should say. Now goes right side. Looking for Gunnell. Sean's got it, trying to back down Seti. Gunnell right in the lane, throws it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Whitaker out of there with it. Seti did a pretty good job of standing his ground. McHenry dumps down low. Hines off balance shot rejected by Morris and saved back in by Cuby, but into the hands of Hines. To Ellis, to Whitaker, back to Hines. He'll drive. He missed the layup. That should be a technical foul. They say offensive goaltending, no bucket, and Pikeville very fortunate there was no technical foul because he hung on the rim.
That should be a technical.
We've got a media timeout. 5:26 to play in the ball game. 70-62. Pikeville by 8. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
Did you know that higher learning means higher earning in your lifetime? Or put another way, the more education you get, the more dollars you add to your paycheck, simply by going to college. Whatever your age, the University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College can jumpstart your dreams for the future and help you increase your paycheck. From technical courses to liberal arts, daytime or evening classes, it's all within your reach. Call Rio Grande today at 1-800-282-7201. Rio Grande, where your future is within reach.
5:26 to play in the ball game. 70-62. Pikeville over Rio Grande. Randy Payton, Eric Doan back with you. 11:44 to play. Georgetown leading Cumberland's 50-44. So that game staying tight. Only other one that we've got an update on. So imagine that. 2 tight games going on in the Mid-South Conference.
That's not that big of a surprise, is it, Randy?
No, sir. Matter of fact, it's expected.
And as of right now, if Pikeville stays in that 1-3-1, you'll be able to get some outside shots. You have to be able to crash the boards hard offensively. If they go back man-to-man, you've got some isolations that you can do inside.
Cuby, right side Morris, back to Cuby. Bounce pass, Gunnell goes left side to Warmack. 17 on the shot clock. To Cuby. Timo, 3. It's back iron, side iron, no good. Rebound Ellis for Pikeville. Terrell got a pretty good look, just couldn't get it to go down.
Yes.
Here's an open 3. Somebody missed their defensive assignment, and Chris McHenry proves why they shouldn't have. Hits it. 73-62. That might be Pikeville's biggest lead of the night. They lead by 11 with 4:35 to play in the game. Cuby to Warmack. 3 is airborne. Rims in and out, no good. Dom Haynes the board. Put it up and in, but he was fouled before he went back up with the shot. It's against Cordero Ellis, his second. Team foul number 8. Dom Haynes will go back to the line to shoot the 1 and bonus. Free throw, good.
And the thing is, Randy, if Pikeville stays in that 1-3-1, or they want to trap or try to force the ball high, you can get some outside shots. We noticed that in the first half when we hit 8 threes. The biggest thing is being able, with our posts or our bigs, to create a circle around the bucket, box them out, force them out far, because long shot, long rebound, get the offensive rebound and put it back in, and be able to maybe whittle this Pikeville lead to maybe 4 or 5.
73-64, Bears by 9, and with the ball, and a steal as Terrell Morris takes it away from Rhymes, rather. And on the drive, he's fouled by Rhymes. First against the junior from Chicago, the 9th against Pikeville, and Terrell Morris, who has 21 points on the night, back to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one, no good. He has now missed 3 in a row after he hit the first one of the night. 1 for 4 from the stripe. Rhymes will leave and Whitaker returns. Morris got it. Hits 1 of 2. Rio back within 8, 73-65. Terrell Morris now with 22 points on the night. Seti gets away from QB. Fade in the fire from the left baseline is up and in. His first field goal of the second half. And a tough shot. And he got it to go down. 75-65. Morris, right side QB, lobs down low for Haynes. Dom went up with it and had it taken away by Seti, but knocked out of bounds. It'll be Rio basketball.
And plenty of time here for Rio's offense. You can't get in a big hurry right now, or you're going to start forcing shots. That's the last thing that you want.
QB out front comes into Gunnell, and Sean was undercut by Chris McHenry, and McHenry is called for his second foul, the 10th against Pikeville. So the good news is for the final 3:42, Rio is going to be shooting 2 every time they're at the free throw line the rest of the way. Now, that means absolutely nothing if you don't hit them.
Yes. And the thing is, as you know as well as I know, there's not a 10-point play in your playbook. You have to whittle it away slowly.
Score and get a stop. Score and get a stop.
That's all that it boils down to.
Job 1, though, is scoring, and that means Gunnell has got to connect from the free throw line. He'll have 2 tries. First one is on the way, and got it. 75-66. Gunnell looking for his 10th point of the night. And finds it. Hit them both. Did his job there. Rio back within 8, and now the second part of that combination, a defensive stop. See if they can get it. Whitaker, they do, as Whitaker has it stolen by Morris. Ahead to Gunnell. Sean driving, off balance, out of control, and fortunate that he's not called for a charge. Instead, the block is whistled against Whitaker, and it's Whitaker's 4th. And Gunnell might have come up lane.
He's grimacing a little bit, holding at his ankle. See if it affects his free throws at all.
Chance to score with the clock stopped. Best way to make a comeback.
Yes.
Free throw good. Whitaker leaves. Kenny Rhymes returns. Gunnell hits the first and will shoot the second. Got it. Left it short, but got the friendly roll. Rio back within 6. It's a 2-possession game. Again, a defensive stop is needed.
Yes.
McHenry gets past Warmack and might have used his elbow to do it. That's what Warmack is pleading, but his plea will fall on deaf ears. He picks up his second foul, and it's the 5th against the Red Storm. Stops the clock with 3:18 to play in the game. Ken French signals for a timeout.
30-second.
It's a 30-second timeout. See if we have anything to update you on from the world of the Mid-South Conference. As a matter of fact, we do. Men's game underway down at Lindsay. And the Blue Raiders lead Shawnee 19-18 with 11:38 to play in the first half. And with 9:48 left in the game, Georgetown leading Cumberland's 52-44. No update on UVA Wise and West Virginia Tech. We never did see a women's score, although you did hear Coach Smalley say that one went to overtime. All right, 3:18 to play in the ball game. Pikeville with the ball and a 6-point lead. It comes in to McHenry. Right side, Seti. Seti around Cuby to the bucket, throws it up and cannot get the roll, but he draws a foul and he'll go to the line to shoot two. Cuby picks up his third. Team's sixth, but Seti, hacked in the act, will shoot two. 3 of 4 from the line tonight, has 19 points in the game. Got it. And if you're Pikeville, you need to do the same thing that we talked about with Rio. You shoot free throws, you need to hit them. And Trevor Seti does just that on the first one. Got the second one too. 8-point game. 77-69. Pikeville by 8. 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Morris to Cuby to Gunnell. Gunnell into the corner. It was tipped out of bounds by McHenry. He was trying to get it back behind him to Warmack, and McHenry knocked it out of bounds. 22 on the shot clock. 2:55 on the game clock. Comes into Morris to Warmack. Warmack around the screen. Nothing there. Directing traffic. 10 on the shot clock. Cuby driving in traffic. Jumper. No good. Rebound. Tapped up in the air. Controlled by Cuby. Brad. Shot rejected by Young. Got his own rebound back. Kicks it out. Warmack. 3. Yes. Big shot. And Rio wants a timeout. And it will be a full timeout. 77-72. Pikeville by 5. We return to the Newt in a moment. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
Hear that? It's a loud and clear signal to fire up both your mind and your muscles to get ready to take the field at one of nearly 300 colleges and universities in the NAIA. Because here you can do it all. 23 national championships. You know the jersey still feels good. $450 million in scholarships can help you keep it on. So add your name to a rich college athletic and academic history that spans 75 years. Build character and be part of something bigger than yourself, because your desire to excel still drives. Let it move you to learn and to lead. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Join 60,000 others who feel the same way on the court, in the classroom, and as a person. No matter what, we know you just want to keep playing. Game on. You belong in the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. Register to get in the game at playnaia.org.
2:28 to play on a Jermaine Warmack three-pointer. Eric Doan, Rio Grande has clawed its way back to within 5.
Yeah, and if I'm coach, you take that timeout right there. I settle the guys down a little bit, and I say, look, we can't be worried about the 2-minute mark or the 150 mark. Right now, we've got to be worried about the 2:28, the 2:27, the 2:26 mark, and getting stop by stop by stop, as you mentioned earlier.
Well, let's see what happens. Out of the timeout, Bears with the ball. Young. Hands to Seti. 17 on the shot clock. Seti around the screen. Trying to get open. Driving. Shooting. Off the glass. No. Rebound. Haynes for Rio Grande. Under 2 to play. Warmack. Cuby. Cuby driving. Lost it into the corner. Morris. 3. No. Side of the iron. Rebound. Seti. And he stepped on the baseline. So Rio will get it back with 1:44 left. Boy, it would have been huge if Timo could have buried that 3, but It was off the mark. Rio, though, will get an extra chance, as Seti got the board but had his foot on the baseline when he came down with it. Kyan Hines back in. Inbounds into Haynes. He lost control of it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Bears and Trevor Setting. Whitaker leaves. Cordero Ellis checks in as the Bears try to get bigger down low.
Yeah, and they want to do that because we're either going to try to force the ball inside or going inside out right now.
Gunnell into QB. Warmack. Haynes. QB. Morris right wing. Warmack. Left side. QB. Brad right side. Warmack. Three. No, it was online and left it short.
That's a foul on Pikeville.
And the rebound came down to Warmack, and then it looked like Warmack was shoved into the bleachers by Chris McHenry. McHenry picks up his third foul. Warmack emerges from down there upright, which is good news. And it'll be Jermaine Warmack at the line to shoot two. Rio down 77-72 with 1:20 to play in the game. Warmack is 3 of 4 from the line tonight, making 4 of 5. Hines out, Whitaker in.
If I'm Coach French, I'm chanting one stop. One stop.
Maka Garba in, Sean Gunnell out as Rio gets bigger. Warmack hits this. It's a one-possession game. Can't get it. Rebound tapped out by Haynes into the hands of QB. Rio trails by 4 with 1:15 to play. QB. Warmack. Garba in the right corner. Back to QB. QB driving to Timo. Now to Warmack. 17 on the shot clock. Terrell Morris to Warmack. Fake the three. Lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Pikeville basketball. Warmack trying to force the issue over there in front of Andrew Young and lost it off his leg out of bounds, and Pikeville with a 4-point lead will get it back with 57 seconds left. Young inbounds to Rhymes, who hands to Whitaker. Whitaker into the front court, 47 seconds left. Whitaker double team, finds an open Rhymes, who feeds into the lane to Young. Young missed the jumper, and the rebound down to Terrell Morris. Ahead to QB. 34 seconds to play. Brad driving, shooting, missing, rebound. Haynes in the lane, put it up and in. And it'll stop it with 27.3 seconds left, and Rio within 2, 75-77. We're not done yet.
No, and the positive thing right now, Coach French calling a timeout. I think that's a great timeout right there. Calm the guys down, say, hey, there's no need to foul right here. We're only down by 2. Possession arrow is Rio's way, is our way. And I'm saying, hey, we get one stop, force a turnover. If we don't, maybe get it down to the 20 to 15 second mark, then foul, force them into the 1-on-1. They miss the first one, you push it. You don't have to go for a 3. You can go for a 2 and send this game into overtime.
77-75, Pikeville. Defending national champions. Trying to win for the 11th time in 17 outings. Rio looking for its 10th win in 17 outings and trying to end a 2-game losing streak in the midst of a brutal schedule that put them on consecutive games against number 12, number 18, number 11, and tonight an unranked team that's just out of the top 25, but the defending national champion.
And could easily, again, make the national tournament.
We will see what we will see with 27.3 seconds to play. Pikeville by 2, and they'll inbound the ball. Trevor Setti in the backcourt. Into Rhymes. And Rhymes is fouled by QB with 25.6 left. It's QB's 4th. team 7th, and that'll send Pikeville to the free throw line.
You know, and even though we fouled fast there, I think that Brad Cubey fouled the correct guy there. Kenny Rhymes only a 47.6% free throw shooter on the year.
And tonight has not towed the line. It is a 1 and bonus. Rio checks back in, Haynes and Gunnell. Free throw, no good. He shot it long, but it's tapped out front into the hands of Chris McHenry, and McHenry is fouled by Warmack with 22.5 seconds left. Warmack's third, team's 8, still a 1-and-1 situation, and McHenry, who has not gone to the free throw line tonight, will go there for the 1 and bonus. Got it. Andrew Young back in, Rhymes out. McHenry can make it a 2-possession game if he can hit it here. Does. Timeout, Pikeville. It's a full timeout. We take one as well. 22.5 to play. 79-75. Bears in front. Back in a moment.
Not interfere with us here, Reverend Hayes.
You're not learning. You're saying put the child.
Hey, Ben, are you going to watch the big game tonight?
No, Craig. The game is only on local television, and I can't get that channel, and I'm not too happy about it.
They should stream the game over the internet using EasyStream.com. Then you could watch it from anywhere in the world.
Stream the game? EasyStream.com? What are you talking about?
Think broadcasting, Ben. Streaming is when you broadcast audio or video over the internet. Because the internet is worldwide, anyone in the world can watch. And EasyStream.com is a leader in making that process simple.
So I can watch the big game on my computer from anywhere, and I don't have to miss any of the action? Thank you, EasyStream.
Yes, thank you, EasyStream. If you want more information, just log on to EasyStream.com.
EasyStream.com. Streaming made easy. Call 1-800-866-7510 today.
22.5 seconds to play. 79-75. Pikeville in front of Rio Grande. Eric Doan, Randy Payton. Eric Doan, we thought it might go down to the end, and it's going to.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's plenty of time here. 22.5 seconds left. 2-possession ball game. If you come down, you're able to hit a shot. Press them a little bit. If you can't force them into a turnover within 2 to 3 seconds, foul them. Might be able to get back into the ball game here.
And you don't need a 3 here. Here's Cubey. Nearly had it taken away. It is on the floor. And timeout taken by Rio with 13.3 seconds left. We're going to keep it right here. It'll be a full, but like I said, nonetheless, we're going to keep it right here. 79-75. Again, you don't need a 3. No. You need to hang on to the basketball, but you need a bucket and then a foul or a stop.
Yeah, and if I'm coach, I'm saying, hey, play with a sense of urgency here, but don't be sped up. And what I mean by that is you have to be able to get into things quickly. If you're running a set play or a quick hitter, you have to be able to get into quickly, get the shot off quickly, but you don't have to speed your offense up in order to do that.
Shawnee has gone in front of Lindsey Wilson 30-26 with 5 minutes to play in the first half down in Columbia, Kentucky tonight. It has been a dandy tonight here at the Newt. And we've got more basketball coming on Saturday as it'll be a 2 and 4 o'clock doubleheader, men's and women's. The women's will get it started at 2 as the Highland Cavaliers of UVA Wise come into the Newt Oliver Arena. 1:45 the airtime for the women's game on iHigh. The men will follow at approximately 4. Airtime for that at approximately 3:45. Morris will inbound just to the right of the Rio bench. Comes into the corner to Warmack. Jermaine drives to the bucket. Put it up, put it in. And Rio will burn another timeout with 10.2 seconds left. So again, it's a 2-point game. 79-77. We will take a break here. Make it quickly. as Rio Grande trails by 2. Back with more in a moment.
The athletic programs at the University of Rio Grande are a part of the NAIA's Champion of Character initiative. The mission of Champions of Character is to change the culture of sports through the 5 core values of respect, responsibility, integrity, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Rio is committed to the game plan of character-driven intercollegiate athletics. To find out more about being a champion of character, log on to the NAIA website at naia.cstv.com and be a champion of character.
10.2 seconds left. Randy Payton, Eric Doan back with you from the Newt. 79 Pikeville, 77 Rio Grande. Bears inbounding out of the timeout.
Yeah, and I think, if you're able to get a stop here, you need a quick hitter, obviously, and you need a quick hitter to the basket because it's only a 2-point ball game. You don't need to go for the win. You get the quick hitter. Maybe you get the layup and the foul to win the game possibly. Your last option offensively, if you're able to steal the inbounds, is a 3.
Pikeville to inbound. Looking. It comes into Young, and Young is fouled by Terrell Morris with 8 seconds left. It is Morris's third. It is team foul number 9. So again, it is still a 1 and bonus situation. And Andrew Young, who has scored 20 points tonight but has not been to the free throw line. Unfortunately, he's an 88.6% shooter.
If he misses, you got to push.
And he doesn't. Hey, you need him to miss now.
Yes.
This would make it a 2-possession game if he hits it. And he misses. Rebound down to Darrell Hunter. Here comes Rio. A 3 will tie it. And a block as Hunter tried to get it ahead to Evan Legg. They'll whistle a blocking foul against Trevor Setti, his third. And who's it going to send to the line? I guess it'll send Darrell Hunter to the line for 2. So now, if you're Rio, you got to have Hunter hit the first one and then intentionally miss the second one.
Yeah.
And hope you get the offensive rebound.
Yeah, and I think that's the exact thing that you want to go with there. If you're coach, you tell Hunter, hey, hit the first one, miss the second one. Even let everybody on Pikeville know that that's what you want to do because you have
Darrell Hunter has only shot 3 free throws all year, and he missed it.
And now the thing is, you want him to miss this one too. You get Garba.
Well, now you got to hope for a miss and an offensive stick back and a foul.
Yeah. That or an offensive rebound kick to Morris or somebody.
And he hit that one. Inbounds into Young. It's whistled against Jermaine Mormack, his 4th. Team foul number 10. And Andrew Young, if he hits one, it's still a ball game. If he hits them both, well, he hit the first one. 3-point game. Rio will check in Legg, QB. Young hits his second one. You can call him the Dogs. He misses. Rio needs to get the rebound, get it out. They'll have 2 seconds to get a shot off. Young's free throw is good, and that'll do it. Kelly Wells will call for a timeout, and we'll take one with him. 2.3 seconds to play. Pikeville leading by 4, 82-78, and we'll come back for the finish in a moment. This is Rio Grande basketball from iHigh.
Did you know that higher learning means higher earning in your lifetime? Or put another way, the more education you get, the more dollars you add to your paycheck, simply by going to college. Whatever your age, the University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College can jumpstart your dreams for the future and help you increase your paycheck. From technical courses to liberal arts, daytime or evening classes, it's all within your reach. Call Rio Grande today at 1-800-282-7201. Rio Grande, where your future is within reach.
2.3 seconds to play here in the ball game, and Pikeville trying to hang on and in pretty good shape. They lead by 4. Rio Grande would need a miracle three-pointer and Pikeville to cooperate by fouling them to give them a chance for a 4-point play that would tie it. Prater will throw it the length of the court. It is intercepted by McHenry at the foul line, and the ball game is over. And Pikeville survives. The defending national champion comes on the road